Hello again, guys, it's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have my weekly sales update video for you all today again. And I'm going to be doing Etsy, Poshmark and eBay today. If you're new here, this is a channel all about reselling online. Those are the platforms that I sell on, and each and every week I come on and I show you guys exactly what's sold. I'll let you know where I picked the items up, roughly how long they were listed for, and of course how much they sold for. So without further ado, let's crack on. We'll start with Etsy, as I usually do when I do have an Etsy sale. And this was just a pair of vintage sunglasses. Now, I used to do really well with vintage sunglasses and eyeglasses. It used to be one of my absolute bread and butter items for Etsy, and that has slowed down substantially for me. In fact, this is one of the first pairs that I have sold in a really long time on there, months, I would say. These sold for $29.95, which sort of $30 to $35 was my standard price that I would sell them for on Etsy. And these were kind of a nondescript style. They were kind of like 80s, 90s, that kind of teardrop style with a little bit of embellishment on the nose piece there. So yeah, $30 plus shipping on that pair there. I would still pick them up, I think, if I found them and they were interesting, but I haven't seen some for a while. All right, next is Poshmark. So we've got Calvin Klein blue and white polka dot fit and flare dress. I can't quite remember where I picked this up. I think this was from a rummage sale, and I think this was from a filler bag, so very, very low cost of goods here. If you're wondering what my cost of goods tends to be, it averages out to about $1.69 a piece sort of across the fiscal year when I do my taxes and whatnot for the inventory that I purchase. So have that in mind if you want to, just to see what I'm paying for each and every item on average. But yeah, this one sold on a best offer on Poshmark for $22. Just to remind you that on Poshmark, if you do send out an offer to likers, as in someone liked the item, and you send out an offer, you do have to pay a shipping incentive for them, which is about $2.11, I think, sort of out of your pocket. However, if they or you put it into a bundle for them, you do not have to send that shipping incentive. Just to let you know, kind of a tip there. All right, so $22 on this Calvin Klein sundress. Next was an item. Where did this come from? Oh, this was a filler bag as well. And this one, now that dress was listed, I think for about 2.5 months. This top was only listed for about a month and a half. And I grabbed it simply because it was a workout piece. It had Corinthians on it, and yeah, very, very specific sort of, I don't know, audience, if you like, but it did sell for $12, and I believe that was an offer that they had sent me, and I was happy enough to take that because, like I said, it was just a filler bag, just a simple workout top. Now this item was listed for a very long time, at least 2 years, I think, at this point. Definitely a long tail item. Tommy Hilfiger army green button-up skirt. I actually quite liked the style. The brand was not bad, but the size, it was a size 0, so I think that may have been one of the reasons it didn't do so well. And also, quite frankly, my photograph. This is a 2-year-old photograph, and it is not a strong one. So I think I could have improved that, but it finally sold for $13. Tommy Hilfiger black and white pinstripe button-up shirt. This was a women's size 24, just a very simple kind of career piece. I was not sure how well this piece would do, but quite frankly, I was running out of inventory to list and I decided to pop it up. It was only up for around a month to a month and a half, and then it sold for $20, as you can see here, and I think that it being plus size was probably something that helped it. Next is Sanuk. They're like sort of Thai sandals, if you like. These are like yoga mat soles is what they're known for. And here is the brand, in case you are wondering what that looks like the actual logo. But yeah, I do okay with these. These tend to go for me for around that $20 mark. So 19, as you see here, is pretty typical. And I usually only pay $1 or $2 for them, but they're fairly fast sellers. These were listed, I think, for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks at this point. Vineyard Vines. Now, I picked these up at a thrift store, and I wasn't too sure when I found them. I do like Vineyard Vines as a brand. It is obviously sort of a mid to higher end brand. It's not cheap, basically. And it does have a bit of a following, that kind of preppy sort of summer style. However, the skinny jeans didn't seem to comp out very well, even in the size 14. I decided to pick them up anyway because I do like the brand, and I feel like it helps me in terms of being able to share to sort of preppy parties on Poshmark, or just bringing in sort of people browsing my closet because it's a well-known brand. And the comps were sitting around $14, but I decided to list a little bit higher. I think I listed at $30 and then sent out a best offer of $25 with that shipping incentive. And that is what they sold for in just sort of 2 to 3 weeks of being listed. All right, a vintage clamshell waist belt from the 80s. this was an interesting piece. Again, filler bag, definitely a rummage sale piece. You can kind of see the print here on this photo, kind of like a feather, almost like a peacock feel to it. Definitely very, very 80s style. It sold for $12. And the last Poshmark item was this vintage Hawaiian sort of tiki tropical island print shirt. And when I do have these shirts, this was, I think, potentially a men's shirt. However, I always sort of note that. And then you can see kind of down here in my description if I sort of highlight it for you there. Please note this is technically a men's extra large, however, can be worn oversized and knotted as shown. I always put that, and I always style it in a way that like a woman could wear it with like high-waisted shorts or something, because honestly, on Poshmark, I find that my vintage pieces like that tend to do better towards the female audience. That's just a personal preference and anecdotal on my part, but just a tip in case you're wondering how to list things maybe in a different way than you were. So $24 on that vintage piece. And then we pop over to eBay. We have Teva brown leather strappy sandals. Teva usually does have a style number where you sort of find all the style and fabric, materials and stuff like that, which should be right here. There is a style number in there, usually right there next to Teva, SN, and that is how I find like the exact name of these pieces, and that's also how I'm able to pull sort of better comps, basically, to see how each and every piece would sell. These actually sold for a best offer of 18, which Teva is not doing as well for me as it used to. I used to get around 25 for sandals like these, but 18 sort of to 22 is tending to be a bit more typical for me right now. J. Jill Wherever collection. These were only listed for about 2 weeks, so a fairly fast turnaround, and they sold for a best offer of $15 plus the shipping. I always have my buyers pay shipping, unless it's something very special, and then I'll always let you know in my sold videos as well. But yes, 15 plus shipping, and they were just a pair of wide leg like lounge pants, which actually loungewear and sort of athleisure wear is doing quite well for me right now, and I can only imagine it's because everybody's stuck at home and they want to be comfortable. Quacker Factory, I got this from a filler bag as well. I picked it up because Quacker Factory is okay. I do prefer its plus sizes, and the sort of bigger and bolder the design, the better in my experience. But I got this very, very cheap at a sort of thrift store / rummage sale filler bag situation. And as you can see, it has cute little dogs and stuff like that with like little embellishments. And so this sold for a best offer of $15 as well. Next is a sort of Christmas style sweater. Here we are in the middle of April. Vintage red and white candy cane Christmas. Well, I said Christmas, but it's more like ribbons, like bows, right? I suppose it could be Valentine's if you want it to be. Probably not summer, but there we go. And it was an Angora and lamb's wool blend. It had shoulder pads. It was all beaded and embellished and very, very cool. And it sold for $30 on a best offer. It was listed at $40 and I took $30, mostly because we're way out of season right now, and I still think $30 is a good offer. All right, American Eagle soft and sexy t-shirt. This was a bit of a fail. It's been listed for ages. I really like the soft and sexy pieces, however, not like the plain tees like this. I really think the ones where they have like the crisscross sort of faux lace-up designs and things like that, or the more subtle prints or tie-dye prints, to me, they tend to do better, like the solids and stuff. This one sold for $12 on a best offer, plus that shipping. Talbot's just a very simple floral piece. Again, filler bag, so very low cost of goods, very spring summer style, which is why I went ahead and listed it. $14 is what it sold for on my best offer. And last but not least, new with tags, New York & Company black and white tweed style blazer. It was a women's zero, originally $80, and it sold for $15 on a best offer. It was a small size, and even though it's new with tags, the brand isn't fantastic, and we are out of season, so $15 is what I took plus the shipping. All right, so here come my numbers for the week. They're not good, I'm going to warn you now, even though I had quite a few sales. So I had 16 sales total, which is okay. I mean, for what's going on right now in the world, I'm grateful for every single sale that comes my way. So my gross sales this week was $295.95. My fees, in terms of what I paid on the platforms to be able to sell there, which I always count as 20% for these videos. Poshmark is a flat 20%, Etsy's a bit less. eBay is getting close to 20% when you include like PayPal and having a subscription for a store and things like that. So to keep it consistent for the sake of these videos, I call it 20% fees across the board, which would have been $59.19. My cost of goods, meaning what I paid for all of these items that I showed you here totally was $27.04. And so my net profit for the week of April 6th through the 12th was $209.72. So not fantastic. Of course, I only work a couple of hours a day, like sort of 1 to 2 hours. And I do tend to work on the weekends, and I am on my phone, replying to offers and sharing and sending out offers and all kinds of different things. So it's definitely like an all-encompassing kind of job, but I'm definitely not sat at a desk 8 hours a day. I'm doing other things. So, $200 in the bank is always nice profit. However, it used to be more. If you saw my video from last week, I'm down about 52%, or I was last week, since mid-March, since sort of the stay-at-home order really hit. And I'm still about 51% down from March 15. So not a lot has really changed. This week has picked up a little bit for me, actually. I've had more sales and some higher price sales. So I'm excited to share that with you next week in the What Sold video. And I have been and am going to be changing up a little bit of how I am working, because I managed to get my hands on some inventory in a few different ways, which I will also be sharing on this channel, just sort of how I've sourced or what has come my way. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. All right, you guys, I hope you're having an amazing week. I hope you are staying safe and healthy and sane. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me and YouTube know that you enjoyed the content. And if you are new here and you like thrifty content, please do think about hitting subscribe down below and hanging out some more. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye, you guys.